let's go ahead and keep working on the 73-mile-per-hour mini bike. Recently, I fixed up the engine plate and I welded up all the holes. And I also cleaned up everything else in the frame. We grinded off our seat mounts, our old chain tensioner, our old brake mount, and our kickstand. Now that we actually have this thing cleaned up, let's throw the wheels on to see what this thing's gonna look like. Yeah! Holy crap, this thing is insane. This thing just looks so sick as a roller. That does not look like your average mini bike. That thing's insane. Maybe I'll have to throw a fat drag slick tire on the rear end. Currently, the bike is getting held up with a socket, so let's go ahead and weld this kickstand back on. The kickstand was right here, but when you fully folded it out, it just would be way too long, and the bike would actually fall over on me, so we're gonna move it back quite a bit. I'm thinking somewhere like right here or something, that way it'll actually be functional, and it'll look a little bit better too. And I'm gonna try to make it a little bit higher, that way it doesn't scrape on the ground when we turn. So we got the welder on, and we got it grounded to the frame, and I also marked a general spot we should actually weld this to, so we're gonna go ahead and tack this up. So I've went ahead and tacked up the kickstand. It's only held up by tacks. That way, if it's not in the right spot, we can actually grind it down. That looks a little goofy though. I think it's because the spring's not on there, but let's actually go ahead and throw our front end and our wheels back on, and we can see how the kickstand fits before we actually fully weld it. Because like I said, it's only tacked, so there's only a weld on each end. So we got the wheels on, and as you can see, this thing sits way too far sideways, and that's exactly why we tacked it. I'm gonna actually go ahead and grind that off and re-weld it at an angle just a little bit down. That way, instead of sitting sideways, it'll actually sit the bike up like this. That's my fault for not really measuring too well. I kind of just winged it and eyeballed it. Next time, I'll take that in account. And there you go. I got the kickstand on there exactly how I want it to stand. I did have to bend this bottom piece just a little bit up. That way it actually sits flush. I could have welded this that way a little bit, but it's whatever. It looks really clean like this. So let's actually just go ahead and complete that weld on the front and the back. And then we actually have a kickstand for our mini bike roller. I got the mount prepped and ready to weld, so let's just go ahead and slap some beads down there. And boom, there we go. We got the kickstand welded up. The spring on the backside actually works very good. And as you can see, it's now holding our bike up. That's literally all I have for this video, but yeah, we got the kickstand on the Motovox, and that's one step closer to having this thing built. It might look goofy, but I had a thought to actually chop that end and just extend it a little bit so it covers that rear tire fully. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just don't like how it fully sticks out. Also, I think I'm going to order another one of these trumpet exhausts. That way we could chop the end off of one, weld it to this one, and we can have dual trumpet exhausts on the Motovox. That would be insane. This build is going to be pretty gnarly. If you guys have any recommendations, leave them down in the comments below.